family moment shows excitement about visiting the Playtip factory. A child named Jack is warned not to wander off, but doesn't listen to the instructions given. An emergency situation unfolds with urgent calls to shut down machinery. Someone named Kissy is in danger, leading to a dramatic rescue attempt. The rescuer encourages others to continue ahead without waiting, mentioning a plan involving orphans and red smoke signals. A character named Ollie provides a warning about the dangerous reality inside the facility. They describe it as hell and worse than ever before, emphasizing the need for constant vigilance and offering assistance when possible. A conversation between Cole and Norm reveals disturbing details about different security blocks in the facility. The North Block contains the most dangerous subjects, described as no longer human, while the East Block holds distressed children. A mysterious figure encounters a human employee, noting their unique qualities. They mention previous test subjects and introduce a character named Yarnaby, suggesting upcoming experimental procedures while taking notes on the situation. A group discusses problems with the doctor running the facility, citing safety concerns and financial issues. While they can't eliminate him due to his necessity, they seek alternative solutions to remove him from his position of authority. A conversation with Miss Graver reveals her emotional struggle with the facility's testing procedures, but she ultimately accepts them as necessary for a greater purpose, believing the research will help many children in the future. Doey introduces themselves as a guide and leads the way through interrogation rooms, explaining how subjects were questioned after being observed. The facility contains dangerous areas that Doey can help navigate. Workers discuss a major incident involving numerous casualties, including 60 visitors and several research specialists. They mention plans for containing the situation and hint at future changes to prevent similar occurrences. A disturbing account describes how facility workers were treated, including psychological torture through food deprivation and forced labor. The methods were designed to break resistance without leaving evidence of fatalities. A tense situation unfolds as someone dangerous is detected outside. The group quickly moves to secure their location by locking down defenses. There's an urgent need to protect themselves from this threatening presence that they apparently had encountered before. A shocking revelation emerges about the orphans. They weren't killed during the hour of joy, but were actually taken to the labs below. They're alive but sleeping, kept with something called the prototype. The group realizes they need to plan both a rescue mission and stop the prototype simultaneously. A plan is formulated involving red smoke from Playcare that acts as an accelerant. The strategy involves filling the foundation with smoke, setting up mining charges, and after rescuing the orphans, destroying the entire facility. It's positioned as an act of revenge. There's uncertainty and suspicion about Bobby's presence and trustworthiness. The group decides to be cautious around this new employee, suggesting previous issues with trust. There's concern they might be under surveillance. Information is revealed about Dr. Harley Sawyer, who created them and now works with the prototype. He controls everything using an Omni hand, a master control device for the entire factory. The group needs to obtain this device for their plan to succeed. A clinical report discusses Subject 1322B, particularly focusing on Kevin Barnes and Project Doey. The report details concerning behavioral issues including aggression and social problems, though noting excellent physical test results. There are worries about creating a potentially unstable experiment. A supply run goes wrong when the group gets ambushed, losing their supplies. Someone sustains a leg injury that could potentially get infected. They decide to stay overnight to let things calm down outside, with promises to try again later. A confrontation occurs where someone questions the protagonist's motives for being there, suggesting they might be searching for a loved one. There are hints at deception and betrayal, particularly regarding Bobby's role and hidden truths about past events. Someone is accused of being willing to sacrifice others for their own gain. The key difference highlighted is that one person fights for something meaningful while questioning if all the sacrifices would be rendered pointless otherwise. A critical moment presents itself where someone must make a difficult choice about survival, either take a life to escape the room or maintain their moral principles. The decision is framed as a test of character and understanding of necessary sacrifices. An employee meets with their boss Rich about an incident report. The worker had an outburst at a coworker named Rod, who made an insensitive joke. Despite company problems, Rich shows understanding and offers support, emphasizing that shipping department is like family. A breakthrough moment occurs as someone achieves something previously thought impossible, bringing hope to others. Plans are made to meet in the generator room to discuss next steps with Dewey and others. An urgent situation develops involving a generator repair. Dewey needs to distract someone outside while others work quickly to fix it. The process involves careful steps with an Omni hand tool and replacing damaged parts while defenses are temporarily down. A clinical report discusses Subject 1322B, focusing on Kevin Barnes and Project Dewey. Kevin shows concerning behavioral issues, but excels in physical tests. There are worries about emotional regulation affecting a 900-pound experimental subject. An emotional scene depicts parents visiting their transformed son Jack in a medical facility. The mother tries to connect while the father is disturbed by his son's appearance. Jack becomes agitated and rejects them, claiming gentle voices are deceptive. A chaotic situation erupts with someone losing track of the prototype in tunnels. The generator situation leads to devastating consequences, triggering intense guilt and regret in someone who feels they failed to protect others. A violent confrontation breaks out with accusations about Poppy and others being at fault. The situation escalates into threats of violence, revealing deep-seated trust issues and feelings of inadequacy. The aftermath reveals horror at unexpected violence and casualties. Someone expresses regret about their plans going wrong, as they only wanted to escape the factory. The prototype maintains no one can leave, leading to feelings of hatred but reluctant acceptance of this truth. After receiving an explanation about a dire situation, it becomes clear that leaving is not an option due to the extreme risks involved. There are serious concerns about preventing past traumatic events from recurring. The presence of dead bodies is particularly troubling, though it seems to be a necessary evil to prevent toys from starving to death. There is a deep sense of longing for a father figure who previously managed the facility with wisdom and certainty. The current situation feels overwhelming without his guidance and support. His leadership style and ability to handle difficult situations is deeply missed. A playful rhyme about hugging is recited, suggesting a need for comfort and security in an otherwise tense situation. The childlike nature of the rhyme contrasts sharply with the serious circumstances. Recent months have been marked by intense conflict and uncertainty. Leadership responsibilities feel particularly heavy, especially following Poppy's mysterious disappearance. The situation has become more frightening and unstable without her guidance and presence. Despite having the opportunity to escape through a nearby exit, there is a strong sense of responsibility toward others who cannot leave. These dependent individuals have become surprisingly important, leading to a decision to return and continue providing leadership despite personal desires to leave. A tense confrontation unfolds regarding the death of someone named Dewey and issues with a prototype. Questions about explosives and accusations of betrayal surface, highlighting deep-rooted conflicts and misunderstandings between the parties involved. Multiple deaths are revealed, including Catnap, Mommy, and Huggy. The situation becomes increasingly threatening as someone reveals their extensive knowledge of past events and promises special plans for the remaining survivors. A confrontation escalates as hidden truths come to light. The explosives from the Foundation have been discovered and repurposed. There is pressure to return home and accept certain fundamental truths about identity and purpose, leading to emotional distress. A recording from Liefde Pierre, head of innovation at Playtime Co, reveals this area as a highly restricted laboratory section. The message shifts from seemingly helpful guidance to a serious warning about security measures and imminent danger. Anyone discovering this recording has triggered an alarm and faces potential lethal consequences.